Hi guys, Martin here, coming to you following on from my channel update, May 2015, that was I put out there at the weekend. I just want to talk about the group build that I announced within that channel update. And this is my first group build update for that group build. It's called the For the Love of Freddy group build, and I decided to start this group build all because of Freddy's generosities and kindness that he's showed to myself and other modelers on YouTube. If you've been following my videos, you can see that in the last month he's sent me a total of 32 kits, which is extremely generous and kind of him to do that, and I'm totally blown away. And I know he's done this for a lot of other people. So I want to do something for him in return. I want to do this group build. And for those of you that have been gifted by Freddy, I hope you're going to join in. I've already started the group build as of May the 1st, and this will go on till August the 31st, so plenty of time to enter into this. If you have received gifts from Freddy and you still have one or two of those, you can enter those gifts. It'd be nice that you build one of those towards this group build. But it doesn't matter if you've not received gifts, anybody can enter this, and feel free to enter anything into this group build. There's no theme to this, it's for anything. We do have 9 confirmed entries so far. Now what I want to do is when we reach 15, I will throw in a prize. There will be a prize for the first place position. So if we have 15 entrants, you have a 15 to 1 chance of winning a prize. If we reach 30 entrants, then I'll throw in another prize. I have an idea what I'm going to put in for the first prize. These are things that I've purchased myself, and again, if we get 30 entrants, there'll be a second prize. If we get to 45 entrants, I'll do a third prize, and that'll be it. There'll be no more than 3 prizes. So if we get 80 entrants, there'll only be 3 prizes. So it's up to you guys. If you want to get a prize, put your name in there. Say that you want to enter. And if you do want to enter, all I ask for you to do is on your channel, put up a video showing what you want to build, so we can see it's a brand new kit. It's not been touched, and announce that this is for the Love of Freddy group build, being hosted by myself, Martin, international British modeler, and that'll be great. And then following on from there, when you do your build updates on your channel, if you can just submit to me 6 images from those build updates, so I can include in my bi-weekly update for this group build, to keep everybody that's entering into this group build apprised of what's happening and what everyone else is doing and where they're at with their entries into this group build. Few little rules, I'll just read them out. 1, anyone can join in, I've already mentioned that. Second is it ends August 31st, and you can build anything, I've already discussed those 3. 4 points will be awarded for quality of build, quality of your paintwork, quality of your finishing, including weathering techniques, etc. Points for the creativity of the build, and any conceptual ideas that you might have for a build. And then any additional items, scratch built items that you might add to your build. And also thoroughness of your build updates that might provide information, not just how thorough you do it, showing how you got to where you are stage by stage build updates, but also any information that you include that might be useful to any modeler out there that hasn't built the model you're building but intends to build it in the near future. You might see that there's a problem with decals, a problem with the instructions, giving incorrect assembly instructions. There might be problems with parts, poor fitting, sink marks, warp, etc, etc. It's useful information to provide for anybody viewing your updates that might have intentions of building that, or it might just put them off completely if they think, oh, that's not a very good kit. So it's all useful information in the end. And also, don't worry if you're a new builder or a young builder that's just started in this hobby, and you feel that you've got no chance against more seasoned and intermediate modelers. That'll all be taken into consideration, so everybody has a chance to win a prize. But as I said, there will be no prizes unless we hit a minimum of 15 entries. We've got 9 confirmed. And then I do have a 10th guy that's said that he wants to join. I've sent him a message to confirm that. I'm just waiting for that confirmation. So 9 confirmed, possible 10 by the end of today. And anyone watching this, feel free to enter. It's for anyone. Alright, so you know the rules. 15 entries will be one prize, 30 entries plus there'll be a second prize, 45 entrants and above there'll be a third prize. And the prizes will be announced after August 31st, obviously, and be patient, allow us probably a week, maybe 2 weeks to go through all the final reveal videos, the build updates, how well they were done, etc., and award points, and work out who are the qualifying people for prizes. So I hope you join in, guys. I think it's going to be a fun build. I'll be building, and after this I'm going to take you over to my modelling bench and I'm going to show you what I'm building. I'm going to do 2 planes, and I'm going to show you those in a moment, so stick around, don't go away. Thanks for watching, guys. Short intermission and we'll be back. Alright, on to the models that I'm going to be doing. These are 2 kits, it says on the box there, 2 kits inside, that Freddy sent to me in the first shipment of models, where there was 13 models. And this is the Tamiya Mitsubishi A6M20 fighter, also known as Ziki. It's kit number 61016, 148 scale, made by Tamiya, and the kit date is 2007. Now, I've opened this and had a look. We'll look at the sprues first, but we've got the instruction sheet, black and white, which is typical Tamiya, and then we have 2 choices here of paint schemes, markings, and that's shown on the box. The first scheme is the grey-green all-over scheme, and that's for the Lieutenant Commander Shigeru Itaya of the Akagi Aircraft Carrier Fighter Group, based in Hawaii, December 8, 1941. And the other version is in the Japanese Imperial green markings, and that's for the 261st Air Group, Kagoshima Base, February 1944. And I'll be doing one of each. 2 sets of decals, obviously, because there's 2 kits in here. And as you can see, Freddy had already done the fuselage arbs, joined them together and finished the cockpit on one of them. So, and he assembled the nose there ready for the propeller and painted it. So that's partly started, but I'm going to finish that off. And then the second one, as you can see from the box, hasn't been started. There's 2 identical sprues there. I don't know how many sprues come with the kit. It doesn't show you in the instructions, but I'm assuming Freddy just cut the parts off, and these are the parts that are left on these sprues. They're identical sprues with the wheels, the drop tanks, the wheel undercarriage doors, the rear wheels, wheel axles, and some small pieces that go on the underside of the wings. And then this sprue, Has the horizontal stabilizers, cockpit floor, seat, looks like a wheel bay door. No, that looks like the side panel console, so that's probably a door. And then we've got the instrument panel and one of the internal, I forgot what they're called now. Oh gosh, brain freeze. Anyway, one of the internal structures for supporting the walls. And as you can see here, we have two sets of underneath wings with detailed wheel bays. It's nice, finely detailed recessed panel lines on there. And then they've got the detailed fabric ailerons, flaps. And then we have the upper wing halves. Those two are identical, so that's the port side. And then we have two starboard side. Again, showing the fabric ailerons, flaps there. Again, they have nicely recessed panel lines, so do some highlighting on there. And here's the other set of fuselage halves. As you can see, some detail internally there and there. Nicely recessed panel lines. A little bit of warp there where those internal ribs are. You can see the sink mark there, sorry, not warp, sink. But everything else looks good. That's the only thing I'm noticing on the fuselage halves, that sink there. And then there's another sprue with an horizontal stab, and then a lot of loose pieces, horizontal stab. And then we have the other engine pieces here, the engine cowling, radial engine. One propeller is painted, the other isn't. This is the aluminum painted propeller for the version that's all grey-green colour. This one will be a brown colour to go for the all green, Japanese imperial green. And then I have two sets of canopies. We have one that's fully closed there, solid, and then we have the option to have canopies in the open position so we can slide them back. And I'm probably going to do that, I like to do that. And then we have four figures, two with each plane. One is a seated figure. I'll move that out of the way. So we have a seated figure there, and then we have a standing figure that we can do as well, which I'll do both for each plane, and that's about it. So it looks like a pretty simple build. We'll have a quick look at the instruction booklet. That's one half of the drop tank. These planes only come with a drop tank and then the machine guns in the wings. There's no bombs or anything included. So here's the instruction booklet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides of this, all black and white. First page, as always, is history about the plane. It's in English, German and French, and then Japanese at the bottom. So 4 different languages. Inside we have the list of paints here, Tamiya paints only, and description of the colours. So we'll have to do some looking for the AS numbers. They always use the AS spray cans for the external camouflage colours, so I'll be looking for alternatives for that. How many instruction assembly sections are there? There's 8, total of 8, and then we go on to the 2 paint instructions and decals included as well, with the paint instructions here and on the back page. And as always, first instruction is assembling the cockpit tub, painting the pilot, standing figure and seated. This decal that can go onto the instrument panel. and then it moves on to the radial engine in section 2 and the drop tank, and then assembling those into the fuselage and the engine, assembling that onto the end of the fuselage and putting those fuselage halves together in section 3. Section 4 then is just assembling the bottom wing assembly to the fuselage, then assembling the two upper halves of the wings, and then assembling the horizontal stabilizers. Looks like I have a little friend joining me here. Hello, Charlie. Not Charlie, Stanley, sorry. His name's Stanley. I keep forgetting his name. Stan the man. New little kitten, he's 9 weeks old. Being inquisitive. So, anyway, let me just push him out of the way. Get over there. Go on, out of the way. So after section 3, we go on to the wings, as I just said, before I was interrupted by Stanley, and the horizontal stabs. And then section 5 is the undercarriage, the front. Sorry about that, got cut off. So where was I? Okay, we just finished talking about section 4, the wing assemblies and horizontal stabilizers. Then section 5 is the undercarriage, the front wheels, port side, starboard side, and a couple of wheel flaps there. And section 6 then moves on to assembling the undercarriage under the wings, assembling some wheel bay doors, the drop tank, and then the rear wheel and arrestor hook, and then also showing if you want to have the wheel undercarriage closed in the fly-in position. I always like my undercarriage down, so I'll be doing the first section of part 6. Section 7 then is the propeller assembler and the 2 alternative colours there for those 2 squadron markings. And then the final part of the assembly instructions is the 2 choices of canopy, whether the solid closed canopy or the 3 sections of canopy, so you can have a sliding section, which is the one I'll do. And then assembling the propeller onto the front, onto the radial engine spindle there. And then there's a floor stand there for a figurine to attach the standing figure to. And then we have the pitot tube, and then counterbalance weights for the flaps, for the wing flaps. And that's it. So it looks pretty easy, pretty straightforward, quick build, but I'm doing 2. And if I have more time, we've got till August 31st. I might throw in another build. But there's the markings, decals on those 2 pages, and the last part with more decal and paint call-outs. And that's it, guys. So let's just have a quick look at the decals, see what they look like. It's in a little baggie that's stapled together. So undo those staples. These are printed in 2002. The box says 2007. They're like a satin finish, they're not gloss. Carrier film is very close to the edge of the ink, so not a lot of carrier film, except on the serial numbers there. It's just 1 strip of carrier film with the numbers on. And again there, the V103, that's 1 strip, and there the A1-101 is 1 strip, and there as well, and there as well. Looks like we have some stripes we can put around the tail plane, and probably for wing walks, you know, the anti-slip walks. But I always like to paint my stripes wherever I can. I'll be masking and airbrushing my stripes. The white surrounded red 0 looks pretty nicely registered, not out of sync. they look okay, but we know that some Tamiya decals have this history of being problematic. I've had a few crack on me, but was able to re-register them carefully so you couldn't tell, and then you can hide any cracks that are visible with weathering. So that's it. Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry for the abrupt ending there, I ran out of disk space. Anyway, that's it. I've come to the end of this introduction to the Freddy, for the Love of Freddy group build, which could be a competition if we get a minimum of 15 entrants, and there'll be at least one prize for that. And let me just reiterate, if you're a young modeler or you're new to this hobby, don't feel dismayed, don't feel like you have no chance against more seasoned intermediate modelers. That's all going to be taken into consideration. Everybody has a chance, and we have till August the 31st. So anyone else watching this video who hasn't confirmed that they want to enter into this group build, you have plenty of chance to do so, and I hope that more will join in so we can qualify for at least one prize, which takes a minimum of 15 entrants. That's it from me then, guys. I'm not going to say any more. I look forward to your entry videos showing me what you're going to build, and I look forward to your build update videos from there on. Until then, till my next update, have fun, enjoy the modelling, continue putting out your great videos, and thanks for watching this one. Tally-ho, chocks away.
Thank you.